Ben, what are your thoughts on Antigua Shipyard?
Yeah, it's a map that well, I don't really like it. With the gold bases removed, it's much more playable. But there's still this whole dilemma of what happens when Terran controls the middle. Because on Antigua, the sides of Antigua are so small that when you control the center, it virtually disallows any movement through the map. Like, in order to attack at all, you have to pass through that middle area, and it becomes very difficult. I think it's a really, a very playable map up until that point. But once you get to the middle, it gets really, really tough. And I know the counter argument to that is, oh well, if Zerg have Broodlords in the middle, it's the same problem. Yeah, sure, you're right, but Broodlords come much later than Siege Tanks. And
I have to say at the same time that I think Broodlords are a horrible choice for Antigua Shipyard. I've been talking to a lot of Zerg players about it, and there are still a couple of timings and a couple of pushes that evolve around not really early Broodlords, but a centered Broodlord attack where you can pull up the Broodlords. But the problem is, once you go for Broodlords instead of Ultralisks, Antigua is actually one of the few maps where Ultralisks are really, really good. But when you go for Broodlords and you try to take a fourth base, you always have to try to expand to the left or the right side of the map. So the distances between the bases will be so huge. Defending this with Broodlords is nearly impossible because they're just way too slow.
They're super slow. You're exactly right. And Antigua's a pretty big map. And on top of that, the bases are very spread out. The question of where do you go for your fourth is a good one. The easiest fourth base to take is the one in the center.
Yeah.
And when one player or the other has that map control, it becomes quite difficult to take that center expansion.
Defending your expansions is just so much easier when you go for some kind of Ultra Infestor and Zergling combination, which is the style that we see by Stefano quite a lot.
Yeah, Stefano, Dignitas Killer does it very, very well if you're at all familiar with his play.
We have the factory this time for BratOK, so it looks like he's going for the standard play with the Reactor Factory Hellions into Expand. The factory is dropped down, we have the Reactor as well. Second gas tank now. And, well, this is going to be quite the interesting map. What is a little bit funny is I talked to Stefano about the map, and I asked him, well, you really must like Antigua because you favor the Ultralist style anyways, and it's so good on this map. And he said that he agrees that the map is actually good for Ultralist play, but at the same time he doesn't like the map because it is so hard for him to take his fourth and actually defend it. And this is what Antigua often is about in a TVZ, taking the fourth base, which is really hard for Zerg to pull off, especially when you're facing a Terran player that is using a lot of drop play. And that's exactly what we've seen BratOK do the last game.
Yeah. This time BratOK is opening up with a more typical Terran opening. He's got the Reactor Factory down.
He's going for the starport and the tech lab. So with the second gas, it looks like he's going for transition into Global Banshee.
It's not easy being cheesy. So it's going to be Hellion Banshee, and with this much gas, it might be Hellion Banshee with Cloak.
I actually think it's going to be. He took a second gas, and the one thing that could give him away is the fact that there is no expansion. And Moon should definitely be able to scout it, even though the Zergling was just killed.
He hasn't yet, yeah. And the Hellions, I mean, there's a couple lanes that are hidden here. So once Moon sees the Hellions on his side of the map, then maybe he will he'll finally be able to figure it out.
And there it is. We have the Cloak upgrade.
Yep.
Cloak upgrade going down, and this is going to be really interesting. As Moon has no idea so far.
Look at this! Look at this! BratOK is so thorough. Look at the Hellions! Oh, he sees it! Unbelievable! Kill that last Zergling! Wow, BratOK, you're so good.
Oh my
That is just an impeccable game sense. Checking up there to see if there's anything hidden to scout. And now Moon is completely in the dark.
He has no idea.
Completely in the dark.
No idea whatsoever. He does not know if there's an expansion. And the expansion play is the bread and butter build on Antigua for every Terran player.
Especially with this kind of a Hellion opening. Like Hellion into Banshee is so like out of fashion. Like nobody does it anymore. And this is going to be
this is exactly why it can work.
And BratOK expands behind it, so I like it even more. Because he's not all in.
No evolution chamber, no lair tech. As soon as, and he even hides the first Banshee. He's waiting for the second one.
Yes,
I love it.
There is a third queen, so it's not a hopeless situation. Lair just now started, and it's going to take some time for these Banshees to cross the map. Second Banshee is still 30 seconds away. It only takes the Lair about I mean, the layer will be done around the time that the Banshees show up, maybe within 15-20 seconds.
I still think that the one thing that I don't like about Moon's build at all is that he doesn't use any overlords in order to scout the expansion, or at least the third base of his opponent. He has one overlord position to the top right of the main base of his opponent, of BratOK, but no overlord on the left side of the map yet.
That is definitely a mistake. He sent his first two overlords both across the right side for some reason, knowing that this is just a two-spawn map.
Yes, the evolution chamber. We have Latech about to finish, and here go the two Banshees. Still, they have not been scouted. He does still not know that there's going to be some kind of Banshee attack. How fast is he going to have detection? How much damage will those two Banshees do?
It's going to be a lot. There's no Spore Crawler anywhere. Layer is done, but there's only 3 queens. Immediately an Overseer starts. That is exactly the right thing to do. These queens have, oh my gosh, if BratOK kills the queens. Oh, 1 queen down. Second queen immediately starts taking some damage. Spore Crawler is going down all over the place for Moon. Second queen's going to die. Third queen will absolutely fall.
Yeah, they are all going to die, and the question is, will he be able to defend with the Spore Crawlers? The first one had to be cancelled already. The second one is not going to be attacking. He's focusing on the drones now. 2 hitting every single one of them, losing a ton. And the Spore Crawler will soon be ready, but it is already too late. Look at how many he was able to kill.
Queen pops out. Might be able to get a kill. No, it does not. 14 drone kills. Now, in spite of that, because BratOK was so aggressive with his opening, he's still behind in workers. It's 41-33. Moon gonna counter with some roaches, be like, all right, bro. But BratOK's well prepared. He's got siege mode done. And, wow. Great opening for BratOK thus far.
I'm a little bit... I'm really curious if it was really worth it, though. I mean, he sacrificed a lot of economy for this. He did some damage. He killed 3 queens, and at the same time, he was able to take down 14 workers.
Yep, forced 3 spores, so there's 3 more.
He lost a lot of mining time on this second base. And, well, as you mentioned, Moon is still in the lead when it comes down to the Harvesters with 41-36. He has 3 bases now. He is still a little bit shaky. He needs to stabilize, but BratOK might not have a lead as huge as we thought. The next attack is going to tell if Moon will be able to bounce back into this game. And BratOK is already moving across the map with tanks and marines.
I think Moon's just planning to all in behind this. He's got roaches out. He's also getting his Baneling nest. +1's finishing, speed's finishing. So I think we're going to see a Roachling, Baneling bust of sorts. The thing is, it's going to come right as BratOK is attacking. And this choice to attack right now could be a really bad one. It's not that hard to defend Roach Baneling when you have tanks. But defending your tanks when you're on the edge of your opponent's creep against Roach Baneling is a completely different situation.
He's waiting for the Banelings now. He doesn't have Baneling speed just yet. 94 supply against 89. Moon is waiting to attack the third base, not under pressure yet. BratOK is taking it easy now, and here come the Roaches going in for the kill. The Banelings stuck behind them. He's able to take down the first few tanks, though. Job well done, and we have the Banshees dead and gone, dropping into the main base, but he lost a lot of units already. Moon played very well and is now he's droning up. Perfect timing.
Brilliant defense there by Moon. So far, so good. BratOK does have a third command center. He is mining quite a bit right now. If you look at the income tab, he's actually out-mining Moon in spite of the worker disadvantage. Big roach poke coming across the map, but with tanks sieged up and a wall materializing, that's probably not something Moon wants to commit to. So Moon right now definitely ahead in my opinion, but he has not won this game yet.
No, he didn't, but a very, very interesting game. I like the openings that we've seen. It's not the typical standard game that we expect on Antigua. And that was really, really well done by Moon, though. You have him on 60 Harvesters against 44. And now another drop by BratOK into the main base. At least they're able to take down an Overlord.
Yep, definitely will kill an Overlord. Might even kill a second Overlord. But I would wager that that's probably all that's going to go down here. As roaches are showing up. Maybe a drone or 2. Not even that.
Yeah, retreating immediately. And with 102 supply against 110, BratOK is also about to bounce back. We have him with the third command center. Not just taking the third yet because he knows that he can't defend it, but he has a very nice marine count. Needs the combat shield though. Stim's ready, but combat shield on its way. So far only with 45 hit points on the marines. And whoa, I like it. We have drop and Overlord speed for Moon. And we've seen Roach drops into the main base on Antigua occasionally, so this is something that might catch BratOK off guard.
Yeah, even dropping on top of tanks is pretty good. So, I mean, we'll see. Another drop here from BratOK, but this time it's going to be met with quite a few Roaches. A Marine actually going down there. BratOK slowly creeping out to his third base. And he's looking very safe, and he's just got this slow and steady approach to the matchup, it seems. And he's, in spite of the aggressive opening, he's really stabilized. He's got a good economy. 52 SCVs against 72 drones.
I'm 100% sure that Moon is going to drop roaches into the main base, and look at the defense that BratOK is setting up now. It's all centered around the middle that is connecting the three bases, so as soon as the roaches hit his main, he will be completely caught off guard. If there's no scan going off, then he is in a position where he just has to sack the defense at the front and needs to do something to save all his production buildings.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see exactly what BratOK does when the drop is revealed. Rooks is going to come take the middle of the map just to kind of deny as much vision as is possible. Baneling's being morphed as well.
40 roaches now, and drop is about to finish. Speed is done. +2 attack is also nearly completed. Another drop attempt by BratOK at the third. We have the Medivac just trying to cruise in, dropping units once again.
Yeah. This one has been unseen so far, so going to be able to do a little bit of damage.
And there are the Overlords. Overlords about to head for the main base. The drop trying to take down at least a few of these drones. Not able to do so. BratOK on top of the game and immediately retreating.
Killed 2 or 3 drones. God, this is so scary looking. Right? This is like a 3-base all-in. Right?
He's only going for the. He's going for Baneling drops. He's not even trying to head into the main base. He might just try to attack his opponent's army head on.
Yeah, I think he's going to drop on the army while attacking with the roaches. And this is something we don't see often enough in ZVT, but frankly, it's viable. You drop on tanks. Even if you're dropping Banelings on tanks, it does so much damage.
And there we have BratOK moving out, taking a sensor tower. He wants to establish this position in the middle of the map, as you already mentioned. Here come the roaches and the Banelings.
Yep, and here we go. And what is BratOK thinking now? Roaches just walk right into everything. Banelings starting to drop, and there's the Bane Rain all over the Marines. They're stimming and running away, but BratOK getting absolutely steamrolled there. That's the kind of play that I think people have expected to see from Moon. That is so cool.
Exactly what we've been waiting for. BratOK with 120 supply. The roaches going for the main base. We have the tanks being killed. Now even the SCVs are trying to join the party in order to repair the bunker. Another tank in the back getting annihilated. More drops coming up by Moon. There's a 1 drop in the main base by BratOK, taking down some of the buildings. The spawning pool is gone. Spire being built. BratOK still a little bit aggressive about it. He's trying to take down the third opponent.
Baneling drops on SCVs back in the main, Khaldor, and his SCVs are running for their lives. I mean, this is a multi-pronged aggression from both players, but I think the painful truth is BratOK doesn't have an answer for the army of Moon.
Trying to retreat again with his drop. The third is gone, so he lost his third base. At the same time, BratOK lost tons of his harvesters. 38 of them were killed against 18 workers. We have 81 supply against 158. And wow, Moon is still on 64 drones, but we have BratOK on 25. But he needs another base. Moon definitely needs another base. He's only mining for 1.
Yep, I mean, he just lost his third. He's going to retake it. He's probably going to expand to the middle of the map as well, as he does definitely have a lot of map control right now. There's still a couple of roaches in the back of BratOK's third. They're kind of, I don't know what they're doing. They're having a little dance party back there. There we go. Finally, some Marines show up to get rid of him. So BratOK retaking his third base. He's got 3 orbital, so in spite of the fact that he's lost a lot of SCVs, he's still going to have a pretty solid income. Like we'll see that income peak up quite a bit.
I like it. Ramuna with a small drop into the main base, and at the same time he's moving across the map with his Overlords, trying to drop his opponent on top of his opponent again. And there they are, the Overlords, being killed by the Marines, but not enough of them. Banelings and roaches getting dropped. The tanks are all gone. This is looking awesome for Moon. He's going to get this game. He's going to bounce back into the best of 3 series.
Absolutely, you are correct. Dropping roaches on the tanks, something really cool, really smart, and like I said, it's something we don't see nearly enough in this matchup. At the same time, BratOK trying a little counter, but Queens and Mutalisks will be enough to clean that up.
67 supply against 103. Moon still has 1,300 minerals. He has 70 lava, 62 drones, and he's killing every single house of his opponent. SCVs are fighting Marines with 2 upgrades, trying to limit the damage that has already been done. Oh, a lot of Overlords out of position. He needs to make sure that
doesn't want to lose those. BratOK doing a good job of sticking around here. I mean,
still on third.
One thing that is painfully apparent here is Moon's lack of income. He's mining out his natural. He's mined out his main. His third was denied again. And, you know, Moon's been really effective with a lot of these attacks. But really effective in the sense that he's killed a lot of stuff. But it has not been really effective in the sense of cost-effectiveness. We can see army supplies very, very even. If you look at resources lost, it shows that BratOK has actually been trading a little bit better than Moon.
Yeah, indeed he did. So I'm surprised to see that BratOK is still a fighting chance. I thought that Moon would just crush him, but BratOK is still in the game after all. Another base being built for Moon, and here comes BratOK with a lot more aggression now.
And Stimmed Bio under Medivacs is really good against Pure Roach. Now with Muta's there too, it might be a little bit too much to deal with, and BratOK is going to pick up and try to at least relocate. Muta's going to give chase. Oh my, that's the worst time to be a passenger in a Medivac.
Yeah, it definitely is, but he needs to back off. Actually saved most of the medivacs. He's doing such a great job. I have to say, BratOK is playing so well.
Oh, yeah.
Moon's still ahead, though, but it is really, really impressive how well BratOK deals with all this pressure.
Really, the fact that BratOK's got this triple orbital is what's keeping him in this game. He would have no income if he wasn't able to drop these mules, but he is definitely being able to stick around on account of that. He's scouted this expansion down at 6 o'clock. He's sending a hit squad down there to deal with that. And man, this has got to be really frustrating for Moon. He's done such a great job of doing big damage. Finally, he's mining on a third base, so his income will peak up again. But BratOK is sticking around, man, and actually he's still out-mining Moon.
Yeah, he is. We just saw the tab that compared the two incomes, and BratOK is just he's on 124 supply, and I have no idea how he does it. But this guy is still in the game. Moon probably thought, okay, when he was attacking the main base in the natural, Moon probably thought, well, this game is definitely mine. I've got it down. But now we have Moon again under pressure, trying to get a fourth base, and BratOK.
Yeah, the fourth base is going to go right down. BratOK's on 130 supply with only like 20 SCVs. That means his army is huge, Khaldor. He's got the 106 supply army against a 94 supply army of Moon. And Moon's army is not equipped to deal with Marine siege tank. It's just not. Stim Marines and tanks under Medivacs will kill Roaches all day. Oh, there's a nice little attack from behind. Nice little flanking maneuver by Moon. So he does.
He's going for the base trade. He's just going for the attack.
Counter attack. Very interesting. He's going to run into some sieged tanks though. Oh, and move command Roaches. Oh, huge mistake by Moon, and that could actually be a game-ending mistake. BratOK is coming back with the brunt of his army.
A huge mistake by Moon. All his entire army is trapped at the third.
It's gone.
I can't believe that just happened.
Yep, now it's 105, army supply to 50, and BratOK on the march once again. A lot of Marines, or a lot of Mutas, going to try to, grab the attention of these Marines and buy some time for Moon. But it could be game, and Moon.
Army supply 106 against 66. He has a 40 supply army supply lead. This is incredible.
Moon has played brilliantly, but he never transitions, Khaldor. He never added any infestors. He never teched up any higher.
Just picture 3 or 4 infestors with energy against all those Marines.
It would be a completely different game, but as it is, Moon is in actually incredible amounts of trouble, and this might actually be GG. Again, he's going to try to flank and pick off a lot of units at the back there, but he has got a hard contain outside of his natural. His third base is going to die. There's no way to prevent that from happening. Fourth base, again, going to be shut down.
Losing all the Roaches was just such a huge mistake, and BratOK knew it. BratOK was in a position where he could take down all the Roaches. He didn't even lose the tank to them.
Excellent decision-making by Moon to counterattack, though. He is going to go back and clean up the third base of BratOK, and that is basically BratOK's last mining expansion. He's got a handful of units mining in his natural. The natural of Moon is going to fall down. If this turns into a base race, Zerg cannot win that.
I think you're perfectly right, Ben. We have the 130 supply against 72 now. Moon's main base is getting obliterated. Everything is dying. Marines with 2 upgrades, getting the +3 attack upgrade very soon. And we have just Moon not with the numbers to deal with it.
And the hatchery is actually going to fall. There's not enough money for a new hat, so this is it for Moon. He's got no fallback plan. The only way he wins this game is by killing BratOK's army, and quite frankly, he just can't.
Yeah. The drop attacks were really, really nice, and he got such a decent lead, but then a couple of stupid decisions just made sure that BratOK is now so far ahead.
BratOK is so well positioned. He holds the high ground. He's like, whatever, bro.